It's a brilliant over from Saga. And it has been once again changed. Jitan Kumar has changed himself and brought Farman to attack. It is strategy of the captain and the coach which bowler has to be used at which conditions. Of course, some outstanding bowlers we have, some outstanding batters we have. But of course, the management has a different say because we can say from here the first one, nicely bowled, and they go for the quick single from the bottom of the bat.
I'm going to give you a very interesting fact. Sagar, in 2 games, he was not even bowled a single over. And both those games, he was batting at number 11. That's the position where he bats, number 11. So he's playing as a bowler. But you're not even trusting him with a single over. Is that acceptable?
Well, no comments on that, obviously. This is the strategy of the captain and the coach of the respective teams to say what exactly your opinion has been there. But of course,
you will never give me the credit, will you?
That is not the question of credit, Pranav, to be honest with you, because we can have our own concepts and our own perceptions, but of course, the manager has got a different. This time onto the back foot, on the up, played it out nicely towards the cover point boundary for the 4 runs.
This is fantastic stuff. Very good stuff from Zohaib Amanat. It was a full toss, but it still had to be put away. Farman, decently quick in using his pace. All he had to do is just put it in the gap. Probably a little bit of lethargic fielding at backward point as well, but 4 runs to the account of Zohaib Amanat nonetheless.
We want to see him have at least 50 in this match. He looks good at the moment. 15 of just 9 deliveries. He might come up good with some good batting today. 50, 60 runs.
Jamil bhai, gone are those days of milestones. Yesterday, the man of the match, Vinayak Shukla, that's the captain of Royal Oman Stallions, one of the sister concerns who are competing right now. Captain or vice captain, I'm not really sure, but he suggested that he was batting at 49 when he got out. He said, if I could get 2 or 3 sixes, that would be of much more value than a single of mine. And it was my responsibility and job to go for that maximum. And hence, I was never in two thoughts. If in my arc, it was in my arc, I couldn't connect it, I got out. Big shot on the leg side fielder. Will keep it down to a single.
He's such a class attacking batter, Vinayak Shukla. And we have seen him yesterday playing some outstanding knock. And there are some batters, we discussed a lot about that do not take pressure of any sort from the other team. They come, they play natural game, and then got some runs also. That's the brave players, I believe that.
I've been mighty impressed by Hasnain al-Wahab in the last few games. Yes, last game he didn't perform, but if you're talking about the last 2-3 games. And look at that shot. This is exactly why I've been impressed. Showing the full face of the bat, and it goes for a maximum. Using power and timing in collaboration.
Beautifully played. Look at the start. Bat just straight, hit the ball in the middle of the bat. Over to the long off boundary. Beautifully played by Hasnain al-Wahab.
Farman is not learning. Yes, he has pace on his side, but he has to understand that just like how Hasnain al-Wahab is able to collaborate his power and timing together, he needs to get his line and pace together. Line and length rather. Much better. Probably should pull it a little more behind because he's still too full. 3 overs done. Yalla Shabab Giants in control of the game at the moment. 25 for no loss.
3 overs done, 25 for no wicket. A very solid start for Yalla Shabab by these Hassan Wahab and Zohaib Karamat. Sagar have to bowl the second over. Very good over from the first one. Shot pulled away over to the square leg boundary. For 4. Bad delivery from him.
Just when we were appreciating the quality of Sagar sliding one down on the leg. But now to be trusted against the quality of Zohaib Amanat to bowl in the power play, he's probably one of the senior bowlers for Royal Oman Stallions, and that's where my concern is.
See, if he is such a class bowler, as you said, the management or the coach must use him for the team. It's not something lacking for me and you, for coach and the captain. They all look for the which one thing is better for the team.
Not just that, I don't know if you noticed or not, but Yalla Shabab Giants versus Majlis Titans, Shakil Ahmed not playing. I'm not sure if it was because of an injury or because of his unavailability, but I'm just trying to figure a trend out. And in the modern day cricket, we talk so much about matchups and so much about getting things right that we often forget that this is a game of cricket. Pulled well, and it's only going to be a single, but you have to be calculative. You have to be considering factuals, facts, numbers, but you still have to go in the center and just play the game of cricket the way it is supposed to be played.
Well, leaving apart playing with the team of Yalla Shabab or Royal Stallions, to talk of this delivery.
Oh, this has penetrated between two fielders who put in a dive in vain. And once they go back to their rooms in the evening and they see a replay of this, they're going to be very embarrassed.
Sloppy, absolute sloppy. The one has tried to get it one, and the other one backing also. Missed that one. Look at that one. And the ball passed through the boundary line. Sloppy fielding.
Don't know if I should call it perfect timing. Probably perfectly bisecting the gap. But all said and done, that was a good shot in some mediocre effort. 36 for no loss with a ball to spare. It's been an 11-run over from Sagar on this occasion. Can he finish off well? Not really. This is going to be travelling and travelling good. Is it a boundary or is it a maximum? It is very close to the ropes. A slog sweep from Hasnain ul Wahab on this occasion, and it will be 4 runs. So 15-run over comes to an end from Sagar.
Brilliantly played. Picked nicely over to the mid-wicket boundary. And we are talking about that. Over number 4 has gone 44, no wicket. Yalla Shabab.
Karthik comes into the attack. Yes, Mudipa did suggest that spinners will have a big role to play in this game, and what a big wicket he had picked up. Oh, a little bit of misfield. Royal Oman Stallions haven't been as clinical as they've been throughout the tournament.
Well, intensity I don't see, to be honest with you, from the Royal Stallion fielders, the way they are fielding. Look at the other matches. They are just diving, saving the runs, singles, doubles, backing up each other. But the intensity and the approach in this match is not the one that we have to see from Royal Stallions.
Hasnain 14 of 9. Zohaib 27 of 16. They are in search of a wicket here. Karthik flighting it.
He played his match yesterday, first match, and got some wickets also.
Amir Kaleem, the big wicket of Amir Kaleem. And what a win that was for Royal Oman Stallions yesterday. Unbelievable. A victory out of the jaws of defeat. Inside out and over mid-off. This is going to get to the boundary as well, but this is intensive batting from Hasnain ul Wahab and Zohaib Amanat here. They're dominating the affairs.
Brilliantly. Just picked up nicely. With full flow of the bat over to the long off boundary for 4 runs. I was expecting yesterday that Magistratum will go through easily.
Everybody. You name the person and they will all would have been voting for Magistratum. That's the way they were cruising. And that's what defines Royal Oman Stallions. That's what makes them really special. Incredible. Still finding a way to win. Almost chopped on. Hasnain ul Wahab playing a full delivery on the back foot is never a great idea. They're appealing. It's going to be going upstairs. Wonder what happened there.
I think the fielders and the bowlers and the keeper looks quite positive. What exactly happened? Whether it is a stumping chance or what? That's the only thing that's to be happening in this ball.
Everything happened so quickly that probably even we missed it out. And I'm too scared to comment very early because last time I did that against Renaissance Challengers. He was hit wicket. And I was talking about a catch. Oh, this is going to be... Oh, it's good. It's good. What has happened here? Off the back foot. Well kept. Has he lifted his back foot? Oh, a little too early? A little too early, is it?
Quite close, quite close.
Is it in the air? Or is he dragging? We'll need more visuals of that. Not really sure if the leg was in the air at that point of time or... Oh, it's given not out. It's given not out.
He was dragging his foot inside the line, but it's touch and go situation.
Would be interesting to see one more replay of that. That was an interesting one. Quick decision from the person concerned, and that's where matters are going to be continuing in terms of match continuation.
Well, it's good work done by the wicket keeper. Clever one. Waited for the batter to drag the foot out of the crease.
Probably rushed it. Should have waited because Hasnain ul Wahab did go out of his crease. And I'm interested to see if the follow-up, because Hasnain ul Wahab was outside his crease. So did he have an opportunity to get the other bails as well? Will be very interesting. They're pushing for the second, won't get it on this occasion. That replay is going to be mighty interesting.
It's a very close call.
Oh, it was absolutely very close. Touch and go. And if you look here. Oh, he doesn't. Probably he's got both the bails off together. Oh, yes.
Touch and go, absolutely.
Very close. Very, very close. When you see it in the full speed, you realize that everything happened in a fraction of a second. Taking his time at the moment is Zohaib Amanat. Slowing the pace of the game down. Wonder why does he need to do that? Outside edge, and this is travelling towards the boundary. Luck favours the brave, and brave is Zohaib Amanat, and luck is certainly favouring him. 5 overs done. 50 for no loss.
5 overs up. The Yalla Shabab Giants are 50 for the loss of no wicket. And joining me in the com box is Mudassir Ali Qureshi as well.
Good afternoon, Amin, and good afternoon, all of our viewers. What a battle we are witnessing here. 50 on board, 10 wickets intact. Wanted to go towards that mid-wicket region. Not a proper connection, but he'll take just a single. Poor running between the wickets by Hasnain and Zohaib.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a very, very good start here for Yalla Shabab Giants. They're nearly going at 10 runs and over. And certainly the Royal Oman Stallion bowlers will be facing the heat. It's been absolutely belting out there. One would wonder, you were out there in the center a little while earlier with the toss and the pitch report. Certainly enjoying.
Absolutely, with wind blowing across the ground, but hot and humid. I won't say it's a humid, but those hot waves won't give much relief to the players. But the tracks looks good. I mean, as we have seen last night, plenty of runs. It's a right decision by Sai Shivnarayana to bat first, put scores on board, and put the opposition under pressure.
Yeah, and immediately he did mention about the fact of the conditions. He did mention that it is a little uncomfortably hot out there, so probably shielding his players with a little bit of rest time. On the other hand, the Royal Oman Stallions, it certainly seems that it's having a little bit of effect on them as well. Plenty of runs conceded, plenty of boundaries. Oh, what a shot this one is. He's crunched that towards the deep mid-wicket region. It's going to be a boundary, and he's looking to score very, very quickly. Zohaib Amanat.
And this is the advantage you have as a team when you're in a comfortable position, winning 5 games out of 6, testing the bench strength. But as of now, these two openers, they're taking the bowling of Royal Oman Stallions apart, exploiting those big vacant gaps toward that leg side. Zohaib Amanat quickly moves to 35.
So, none of the bowlers from the Royal Oman Stallions are able to make a mark very early on in this innings, and this power play seems to have belonged to Yalla Shabab Giants. It's just that they will need to keep hitting and hitting hard. At the moment, this is a battle for that second and third spot. If Yalla Shabab Giants win this, this will take them to the top of the table.
Straight towards the point fielder. But both the teams resting quite a few senior players, and that is where Royal Oman Stallions leaking plenty of runs. They need some piece of advice, especially for the bowlers. They're going for plenty of runs. The likes of Jiten Kumar Ramanandi, who's leading this pack, one of the senior players, he needs to have a word or two with the fast bowlers. They're just leaking runs.
Yeah, well, but this is an opportunity for the younger lot as well, that reserve squad, that to test the bench on this occasion, and especially against a team that they are very comfortable with, plenty of friendly banter. Oh, this is absolutely horrendous for the fielder in the deep. It was a tough chance, yes, but the youngster needs to be taking this on most occasions. Feels to have been robbed of a wicket at the moment, Farman.
A team at the top of the table looks ordinary in the field. Poor effort. Slow off the block to rub salt into the wounds. Not only drop the catch, but also 4 runs will be added to the total.
Yeah, now this is turning out to be very expensive, and Farman in his second over has gone for almost 9 runs, and certainly not something that the Royal Oman Stallions want at the moment. It's to face a very, very daunting score in the second innings. Yes, the conditions are favourable to bat. Well played towards the offside. No run, so just one short of that 10 run per over mark. The power play is done and dusted. 59 for the loss of no wickets, Yalla Shabab Giants. Power play well and truly belonging to the Yalla Shabab Giants. Few opportunities arising courtesy Royal Oman Stallions. Some bowling, but then the fielders have not done their bit and not able to back the efforts at the moment. Most of them going around that 10 run per over mark. The economy rate has to be better.
What is interesting to see is a wide has been called. The end from which the spinner is bowling, there are quite a few rough patches available, so it's not a good move by Jiten Kumar Ramanandi. He should have brought the spinner from the other end to exploit those patches, and there are quite a few visible cracks.
Well, Sagar Parmar has been operating from that particular area, but then that was the left arm orthodox. So I believe you would have noticed that the patches are towards the left-handers more than the right-handers. So would it be affecting the left-handers or the right-handers from the...
I think for off-break bowler it will be an ideal way to bowl from that end, because Sagar Parmar is not known for turning the ball much, wherein Karthik, he's a kind of a bowler in the air and taken at last. Oh, he's surprised. So is the batter. A juicy full toss played straight towards into the hands of the fielder at deep mid-wicket.
Yeah, well, certainly this has just somehow stuck into his hands. It was hit powerfully by the right-hander Hasnainul Wahab. Not too short, but then this was almost a full toss here. And look at that. Ata ur Rahman was just about to spill over the boundary row, but then he does well. And what's important here is that a wicket falls for the Yalla Shabab Giants as Sanju Sajeev comes out to the centre. First strike for the Royal Oman Stallions as the first wicket of Yalla Shabab Giants has just fallen. And out comes Sanju Sajeev, and he is quite a dynamic personality in that dugout for the Yalla Shabab Giants, isn't it?
Good to see he's back at one down position, got plenty of runs, a live wire, and a player who can always lift the morale of the team when the team is down. Sanju Sajeev, the leg slip is in position.
Drives down just for a single, and first time since the game started, Royal Oman Stallion seems to be looking very good, and that's probably because the fielder has now backed his bowler, and even the bowler now encouraged to provide those good deliveries now that there is some bit of help. What a very, very interesting catch there. Nearly spilling it over, and then that expression says it all.
We're talking about the surface. The bowler says, who is looking at the surface? I'll bowl those juicy full toss to get those wickets.
Much better delivery. Tossed it up. Kept it within the wickets.
Promising off-break bowler. Karthik going for 10 runs in his first over, but a good comeback. Spread field towards that leg side. For the final ball, there's a change in the field. Slip moves out to short third, extra cover and long off towards offside.
And very simply just works it away towards the offside for another single. So good over, just 3 runs from it and a wicket. 62 for the loss of 1, Yalla Shabab Giants. Junaid introduced into the attack, so this is probably going to be a little tardy bowling from both ends. Medium pace. Starts off with a loosener, drifting down leg, and way too short, I believe. So he'll certainly want to improve on that, but then he has getting a little bit of assistance from the deck. It's zipping through.
Went to utilize much in this tournament, Junaid, but now with the absence of Hasnain and Nadeem, he has that responsibility to bowl few overs, if not the full quota.
Oh, he's got a little bit of bat onto it. A long chase for the keeper. He's going for the second run, and this will be absolutely close. Looking to pull out the dive. Left-hander Zohaib Amanat looking to get back on strike because he's been scoring very, very quickly and in a hurry, in a haste. And we've always been taught that haste makes waste. There was never a second run there. This is very, very tight. We'll have to see if Zohaib Amanat makes it.
Great work by wicket-keeper. He was busy throughout this innings, charging behind the ball. And Zohaib Amanat, I think he's in trouble. The men in blue, they are delighted. The man who was looking good. It'll be interesting to see the replay. Now look at that. The fast bowler, Junaid, doing excellent work. A great throw from the wicket-keeper. And he's short of his crease. And look at the three fielders near those stumps, Jiten Kumar Ramanandi, as well as Shah Rukh and Junaid. What a throw from wicket-keeper. Full marks to the keeper.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly everybody around those stumps and everybody very alert. And look at the plenty of backup options as well. There was Shah Rukh remaining there, and then Junaid came to collect the ball at the stumps. Jiten Kumar Ramanandi behind him, just in case some mishap occurs. There you go, Khan formation, red light, and Royal Oman Stallions have picked, or rather plucked, one wicket out of nowhere. And it's a big wicket of Zohaib Amanat, who scored nearly 40 runs, and in quick time they'll be glad to see the back of him. But this is an innings that certainly made Yalla Shabab Giants very, very confident.
Two wickets going down quickly. One on the full toss. A good catch taken in the deep. The second one, the latest casualty.
Yeah, that ball going, and then of course you can see the keeper making a very, very accurate throw. And you can see all those three fielders around it. Jiten Kumar Ramanandi standing in the line of the pitch, and probably that extra bit of distance that Zohaib Amanat had to cover in order to navigate himself away. Have a look at that. First you see Junaid Khan coming to the stumps.
This is what Amin was talking about. There was a roundabout in between, that fraction of second, the slight movement, and a second late led to the fall of the batter who was looking dangerous, Zohaib Amanat. Sanju Sajeev getting some treatment. You need to be very smart while you take those quick runs under these conditions. Save your energy for those big shots. And what a sprint by wicketkeeper. I mean, it's not easy as a wicketkeeper. From the ball one, he was busy behind the stumps, keeping in mind there was no fine leg. He gave that charge, and what a clean pickup and good release straight into the hands of the Junaid.
Yeah, otherwise regular keeper Vinayak Shukla, and now Vinayak Shukla today in this game will not be featuring, so you've got to test the bench strength and certainly in good hands the wicket-keeping duties. Have a look at that. I think there's something troubling Sanju Sajeev at the moment. Yes, he's padding up, he's gearing up, but then he seems to be in some sort of a trouble.
It will be a long, long game, I believe, with stoppages. They need to take regular fluids to keep themselves fit. We can see he's struggling with a cramp there. Sanju already had that ankle injury.
Yeah, he's certainly doing a little bit of physio work by himself, and now Royal Oman Stallions physio comes out there to help him out. But what a day already. You've got to see some good, exciting boundaries from the bat of Zoeb Amanat and Hasnainul Wahab, some maximums. Have a look at that, 41 of 25 deliveries. He is the latest casualty. And Hasnainul Wahab, 20 of 17. He was quite sedate, but then a few big hits got him level to the scoring rate. And until that first wicket fell of Hasnainul Wahab, things looked very much in control for the Yalla Shabab Giants. In Hindi, they probably say "Paisa paise ko खींचता है." In cricket, they say "Wicket, wicket ko खींचता है."
In a mood is Amin Wagle. A new day, new beginning, and the smile says it all. He's a happy man. Is there any good news to share?
Yeah, well, it's nice and hot outside, and we've just had a very, very nice lunch. Everybody is happy. Everybody is in the mood for watching some good, exciting cricket because the air conditioning is on in the commentary box. At the moment, nobody wants to be out there on the field.
Please take a note. If you want to keep Amin Wagle happy, you need to provide food on time. Dinner, breakfast, and lunch should come on time.
Yeah, it's a mandatory. It's a mandatory. Two extras, so probably Yalla Shabab Giants were not enjoying that. The Royal Oman Stallions were absolutely disciplined so far. It's been a very, very interesting sort of a power play. The game shifting in both favours, but certainly Yalla Shabab Giants on top. The bowlers face the brunt of the batters.
Oh, rightly said. Those two openers of Royal Oman Stallions, in fact, Yalla Shabab Giants, they're off to a blistering start. But Sagar Parmar and Karthik Rajendra Kumar, two spinners, were very economical. And Karthik Rajendra Kumar got that wicket. And we can see in that bowling list, we cannot find Hasnain Ali Shah and Nadeem. Both were rested in this game. Both the teams making plenty of changes. Junaid bowling his first over. Now there is a still stoppage of play because Sanju Sajeev is getting some treatment. First wicket falling at the score of 60. And quick relief for the bowling side as they have sent Zoeb Amanat back into the head thanks to their wicket keeper. Great work by number 10. The lad did a pretty good job.
Ved Prakash Jaiswal. Right then, order restored. Dismissal of a left-hander and another left-hander comes out to the centre.
Mufaddal is the new batter.
Punch off the back foot. It's going to be a single.
Straight away off the mark, Mufaddal. We have seen left-arm orthodox plenty available in this region, and also we have got left-hand batters, and the Oval 2 is a practice session for the national team players who are not in action on day 9.
So it's going to be a good day today. You will see plenty of bench strength being given an opportunity to test their skills in front of the camera, in front of viewers who are watching all over the world. This is the Oman D20 powered by Fancode, and plenty of opportunities here for everyone to showcase their skills. Sanju Sajeev has really impressed since the past few seasons. He's been a good utility cricketer. This one's just guided towards to the third man for a single.
This last couple of seasons, whenever he comes out, we always talks about his fielding standard, but this season he surprised everyone the way he got those runs, and top of that, bowling that crucial final over where he saved 10 runs and 14 in back-to-back games to win a game for Yalla Shabab Giants.
This time displays it to the fielder at short cover. Yeah, well, he's such a street smart performer. He knows that in order for him to be in this power pack side, he needs to be contributing in some way or the other, whether it be fielding. Okay, if today the fielding has you've not been able to impact, he then gets ideas how to make an impact with his bowling. Bowling the last over, very smart decision. Is bunted down the ground for another single. Slow proceedings here. All of a sudden, after that second wicket falls, 68 for the loss of 2 wickets after 8. Yalla Shabab Giants. Yeah, this is probably a little bit of concern here for Yalla Shabab Giants as Sanju Sajeev has finally decided to walk back into the retired hurt, and that brings Rishabh Gupta out in the centre, another left-hander, and he's quite a big striker of the ball. Some exciting talent, Rishabh Gupta, youngster. He'll be keeping Mufaddal company. Saad Bagar with the ball in hand. And one might wonder that this is an anti-matchup, a leg spinner coming and introduced into the attack when 2 left-handers are out there in the centre.
Is it a good move? I don't think so.
After I've seen Hanif take a hat-trick against left-handers, I think anything is possible.
Why I said that? I mean, because Sagar Parmar, left-arm orthodox, did not bowl a single over against left-hand batters. Now, you're giving a leg break bowler, that too from a shorter end.
Solid start, Rishabh. He just plants his front foot forward and gives it back to the bowler. He'll get off the mark, running that first one hard. Let's see if they can manage to take on the fielder. No, says Mufaddal, rightly sending Rishabh back. Well, left arm orthodox and against a left-hander, I think Sagar Parmar was there because of Hasnainul Wahab, who was going great guns, and then he took him to the cleaners. There were a good boundary or two there in Sagar Parmar's over, so probably taken out of the equation. But then now it just suddenly it seems that they want to go with the anti-matchup rather than the matchup. Leg spinner against left-handed batters. Oh, missed it all, ends up.
The batter, so the wicket-keeper misses completely. Was the bat involved? No, the signal comes out. Why I was talking about Sagar Parmar is, yesterday also we have seen against Majid's Titans, not bowl a single over. So how you are going to help the youngster to grow? You need to give him that confidence.
Punched off the back foot. Decent cricket at the moment. The rotating strike, and that's the right attitude to approach, especially now that you've lost 2 wickets in a hurry. And then that one injury of Sanju Sajeev. So they'll want to keep continuing to do that and then finally up the ante once they have their eyes set in. And just when I say that, he tries to go for a very, very risky shot in the air, but safe.
Testing the bench strength in this game. Both the sides looking good in this tournament. And whoever wins, they'll move at top of the table.
Big shot, big shot. Fielder looking to come underneath it. It's one bounce to Shahrukh. Probably a little bit of more effort here required from the Royal Oman Stallions if they really want to make some sort of a difference here. Nonetheless, he's going to get a run to their name. Yalla Shabab Giants ending the 9th over for 74 at the loss of 2 wickets. After he took a very, very inspiring catch for the Royal Oman Stallions, he's been rewarded with a stint at bowling here. Ata ur Rahman and Yalla Shabab Giants at 9 overs, 74 for 2. This is a well spread out field provided to Ata at the moment.
This is the second time in this tournament. He's in action with the ball. Played one game, gone for a few runs. But a promising leg break bowler with height advantage can fox the batters.
Oh, he's hit that one in the air, and I think that's going to get him 4, at least 2, but then 4 was certainly written all over it. He played that ball in a very, very nice gap between long on and long off. I'm not going to have a look at it again, but a couple of runs. Now we're looking to change the field a little bit. Probably changing the fielder at long on for the left-hander. This time he targets the leg side. It's in the air. Catch it is the call. Landing safely. So living dangerously at the moment, Mufaddal.
So far, just 3 runs in 3 balls. It's a longer boundary for both the left-hand batters towards their leg side. So leg break bowlers bowling in tandem.
Yeah, well, been a very long time since we've seen a boundary, so they'll certainly have to do something about that, Yalla Shabab Giants. Yes, of course, singles and doubles are good, but once you start losing steam and once you start losing momentum, the going's going to get really tough.
Clearly shows they're heavily dependent on the 2 top order batters, Zohaib and Hasnain, who always made sure to provide those quick starts.
Punched off the back foot, no run here. The infield seems to be pretty solid for Royal Oman Stallions. They've kept all the good players at the right positions. You've got Sagar at backward point. You've got Jitin Kumar Ramanandi around the bat as well. Just that the fielders outside patrolling the boundaries, they seem to be a little tardy and they'll have to step up. With that, we come to the end of the 10th over. It's 79 for the loss of 2 wickets as the players on this hot afternoon will probably find a little bit of shade somewhere or the other for a drinks break.
Good going by Yalla Shabab. 10 overs gone, 79 for 2. Still halfway through some good batting by Zoeb Karamat and Hassanul Wahab. It is Saad Bagar who's going to bowl the second over. Smashed it in the air. And it's very well taken by the fielder at long on.
Straight away after the drinks break, the first ball gets them a wicket. Mufaddal trying to launch Saad Bagar out of the park. He finds Shahrukh at long on. A good catch taken. It's not easy. Under these conditions, wind blowing. A brilliant catch taken by the fielder here. The third wicket goes down and straight away the players having a conversation with the on-field umpire. Not sure what they're talking about, but wicket has gone down after the drinks break. Walks in Zikriya Islam, runs are due from this batter of Yalla Shabab. Giants loves to play those big shots. Doesn't matter whether he's early to the batting or comes the death overs. An attacking cricketer, always aggressive against the spinners.
Much to be done by Rishabh Gupta. He has been given a chance to come up. Time for him to show his class that he is also a very good batter. As the big matches will be coming up in a couple of days. Brilliantly bowled by Saad, got the first wicket.
Rightly said, someone like Rishabh, what an opportunity now. He needs to score the runs. I'm not sure when the next game, when they go with full strength, he'll get a chance or not, but definitely he'll leave a mark if he scores some good runs. The selectors of this side, the coaching staff, they'll be interested to pick this lad, but for that he needs to score runs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Was given chance to come up, got some good runs, 30, 40 odd runs, and he will be in the eyes of the coaches and captain as well.
Yes and no. What an over. The spinners, they're having a good time exploiting those rough patches in their favor. Ball just stopping and coming on the blade.
You rightly mentioned that. Smashed it there. Fielder is there. This is the 4-day wicket. And obviously something comes up there. Patches from the bowler's foot mark. A bit slow, hot conditions. Very correctly mentioned by you. Makes the wicket a bit slower.
On the back foot, another single. Oh, should have been a single, but Sagar Parmar making a mess out of it. 4 runs. Boundaries were hard to come. Some help from Sagar Parmar. Gets a boundary to Zikri Islam and 4 more runs to Yalla Shabab Giants. 11 overs gone, 85 for the loss of 3.
Very sloppy fielding from the Royal Stallions. Just flicked it away. Goes for the single. This is the second boundary after misfield by the fielders. Very, very uncharacteristic as far as the Royal Stallion fielders are concerned. They are all on their toes in the remaining last matches we have seen today. A bit relaxed, looked like.
Very well bowled, keeping away from that range of Zikriya Islam. Not a big turner of the ball.
Both Zuhaib and Hassan Lohab looking good. Looks they're going to get some big runs today. But both out after getting 20-30 runs.
Not getting much purchase. Not using his wrist much there, the bowler. Goes straight. Hammered down the ground for a huge maximum. The first maximum for Zakaria Islam.
Beautifully played. Rightly, right over the head of the fielder to the maximum. It was a slightly loopy delivery. And just full juice of that one right from the middle of the bat towards the long off for the maximum.
Going for a maximum. Came up after long time. Sensible piece of batting. Got a maximum, now a single, and it's a kind of a player if he can bat the whole 20 overs, he'll make a difference. Now looking at his action as a leg break bowler, look at that big hop and that arm coming straight. That is the reason he's not able to get much turn. As a leg break bowler, you need to have that smooth and controlled rhythm.
More looks like a wrist spinner rather than a finger spinners.
He's using his wrist, but that arm coming straight, that might be the reason he's not able to get much turn. We have seen those flippers a lot from Atta. Charging down the ground just for a single. So good over for Yalla Shabab Giants, going at almost under 8 runs per over. 12 overs gone, 95 for the loss of 3. Saad Bagad will continue with offered. So dealing in singles as of now, Rishabh, and should not be in a hurry because at the other end it's Zikriya Islam, the experienced senior batter who can get those quick runs. All he needs to do is provide that support, enjoy the moment, get those singles, rotate the strike, in between just get those odd boundaries.
That's a smart way of cricket at the moment. This time he pulled it away. The waiting fielder at the wide and long on. Run rate is excellent at the moment. And only thing is that, as you correctly mentioned, one has to go for the runs as the Kriya is there, looking the ball better than him, giving him support by Rishabh.
Another single, and the reason why they are in a comfortable position is thanks to both the openers. They always provide that blistering start, getting those 50-60 runs in the power play. that give that edge for the other batters to just come and spend some time before they launch themselves.
Rightly said. Once again, it was a fumble. Not good fielding, Mudassir, we have seen. Couple of missed chances, two boundaries.
A thick outside edge and putting the dive. Yes, the fielding has been a bit ordinary if you compare to the previous matches. Last night, what an effort defending 151. Majid's Titans 30 balls, 30 needed, 6 wicket in hand. They went on to lose that game. It's a margin more than 10 runs.
I was shocked when I came to know that Magistrate lost because then the time I left, they were almost through with Amir Kaleem batting.
This is the beauty of this game. You need to make sure you stay till the end, till you cross that finishing line. Just got carried away the batters. Nevertheless, 101 for the loss of 3, 13 overs gone. So Atta has been rested and Sagar Parmar wicketless so far, going for 16 runs. Late cut, but the fielder is a bit fine. A quick single taken by Rishabh and Zikriya. Sagar Parmar has been very impressive as well as impactful throughout this tournament because those 2 overs he bowled when Hasnain and Zoeb Amanat were out there in the middle and they were taking each and every bowler out of the park with ease. But going at 8 runs per over against them, it clearly shows the class of this bowler.
Yes. Talking about this D20 matches from last couple of years, this is the only exception. Most of their matches have been decided on the last over, the last ball of the day.
Especially this edition, we have seen
Yes.
5 to 6 games going the last over and till the last ball. While swinging towards that leg side, it is where it is important for the players to perform under pressure.
And that makes the tournament excited. Excitement is there. Every day there is match going on. Look at that one. Picked up nicely, but straight to the waiting edge of the fielder. The cow scored.
Parmar, he strikes. Shahrukh makes no mistake. Zikriya trying to go towards that shorter boundary. Another poor show with the bat for Zikriya Islam, not having a good tournament. But Sagar Parmar, definitely, he's enjoying his stint with the ball. The left arm orthodox getting better of Zikriya Islam. And walks in Mujibur Ali. trying to put the brakes. The run flow. Sagar Parmar in the process got the big wicket of Zakaria Islam. Another talented left-hand batter walks in who got plenty of runs in the previous season. But looks a bit out of shape in this edition, Mujibur Ali.
Good bowling from Saga. Very important wicket.
Driven straight to Jiten Kumar Ramanandi.
But that's it. Pranav is after you for the Oman national team. I'll be after you with the UAE national team. We'll have to talk about this delivery because we don't know much about the UAE team except a couple of players after the
Another wicket
over.
goes down here. A double wicket over with just couple of runs. Mujibur Ali. Short stay at the crease comes to an end. Sagar Parmar turning out to be a impactful bowler for Royal Oman Stallions in this tournament. He always makes sure to provide those breakthroughs. Balls just skidding and coming into the left-hand batter. Poor shot selection coming across the line early into his innings, and he paid the price here. Mujibur Ali, 14 overs gone, half of the side back in the pavilion for Yalla Shabab Giants. Half of the side back in the hut and arrives the captain in this game. Sai Shiv Narayana already got a couple of Player of the Match awards in this tournament for his all-round performances. Got runs, got wickets. A good change. The captain of Royal Oman Stallions introducing Karthik back into the attack. He has been exceptional, Jamil Bhai.
Yes. So, talking about the UAE team, I will not leave you. They do have a lot of international matches in Dubai from last couple of months. So, who are the players you are feeling that they will make an impact in the coming Asia Cup?
Yes, this was the right question. Impactful players, because we have quite a good quality players in UAE, and recently UAE riding high on their performances, especially that series against Bangladesh, comeback win series, and this is what happened a couple of deliveries ago. Poor shot selection. And talking about UAE, they were 1-0 down. They went on to win that series
Yes.
by 2-1. Now they have a tri-series before Asia Cup, where Afghanistan and Pakistan are coming to Sharjah. Man to watch, a new face who bowled quite well against Bangladesh. Look out for left-arm orthodox Haider Ali. He
Okay.
will be the key, because we all know what Mohammad Wasim. Yes and no. Oh, poor running. Big mix-up between captain and Rishabh. Oh, what have you done? All of a sudden, wicket tumbling down here. Sai Shiv Narayan without facing a delivery. He walks back, dejected, furious at his partner.
Well, it's a needless run out. And it happens if you do have a good start, suddenly the wickets start tumbling. And this is too far away. Very easy for the wicketkeeper to remove the ball.
There was never a second run. This was Sai Shiv. He was on strike. My apology. He took that quick single, then thought of that second, but clearly Rishabh, the youngster, responded to the call of Sai Shiv. Then a big mix-up led to the fall of the captain. And in control is Royal Oman Stallions. All of a sudden, the tide shifting in favor of bowling side. Walks in the wicketkeeper batter, Sami.
It's a collapse. Yalla Shabab batters, they do have a very, very good and decent start. But later on, batsmen couldn't come up. take the pressure off, go for the big runs. But unfortunately, it is brilliant bowling by Royal Stallion bowlers that not letting them to come over them.
So, as you know, UAE have Mohammad Wasim. Alishan Sharfu is making a comeback into the national side. You have Asif Khan, but I think if we talk about the bowling unit, Jawadullah left arm quick, who has been part of UAE for the last couple of years. He and Haider Ali, for me, they hold the key when we talk about the bowling of UAE.
Those who have played cricket 4 or 5 years with the UAE team definitely had an edge and experience also. So one more run to the total. That was the run out. Pushed it out for one. That was never second run.
I think here the blame will be given to the youngster Rishabh because he was watching the fielder and the ball. He has that clear side, but the damage has been done. 15 overs gone. A bit of trouble here. Royal Oman Stallions, they have lost 6 wickets. And there will be change in the voices in the com box for the final set of 5 overs in the first innings. You will be entertained by Amin Wagle and Pranav Mehta.
Thank you, Mudassir. And of course, the final 5 of this Yalla Shabab Giants innings. It's in the air, a little bit of a catch it call, but certainly landing safe. And they're going to look for the 2 runs this time around. The throw was wayward, so he might just get it. Rishabh Gupta at the moment played 17 balls, and he certainly seems to be in there for quite some time. So some power hitting, some higher risks are the order of the day. Joining me in the com box, Pranav Mehta. What's your take on the innings so far?
Both sides doing what they do best. Yalla Shabab Giants, they got off to a flyer. In the Royal Oman Stallions, just like how they did it last evening, pulling things back in their favour.
And those really offbeat bowling changes, bringing in the leg spinner to the 2 left-handers, probably does the trick. I think this is a leaning edge, a fielder looking to come underneath it, and they are celebrating. This is a very, very soft dismissal for the youngster Rishabh Gupta.
Pretty mediocre, especially after getting the back of your acting captain. Had to spend some time and had to grill. Yes, few good overs left for him to show his potential, but it's not going to be today. Rishabh Gupta, a very talented youngster, walks back to the dugout without impressing the scorers much.
Let's have a look at that once again. Leading edge and not a nothing shot on offer by Rishabh Gupta. Straight into the hands of the fielder. So plenty to improve upon and certainly plenty of things to learn. Lessons learned, as they would say in management. And that has to be with this Yalla Shabab Giants effort at the moment in the first innings. Hamza now out there. And you'll probably know a thing or two about him. Youngster for the Yalla Shabab Giants. Everybody getting a chance in this game this afternoon. This is a very, very hot afternoon. Electing to bat first, Yalla Shabab Giants.
Sliding down the leg, and it's going to be a single. And that's where it's very important you capitalize on your starts. A brilliant start for Yalla Shabab Giants and just not able to continue. Opportunities for Rishabh Gupta.
Works away towards the onside. They'll look to get the second, but decide against it. Not too quick between the wickets at the moment, Hamza and Sami.
And that's where it's an opportunity to learn from somebody like Anshuman, Prasanna and many others. As a youngster, you need to grind yourself in. Trying to manufacture a shot is never a great idea. You just need to play according to the situations and just take it deep.
There you go. That's what happens. A few wickets here and there, and all of a sudden, scoring gets really very difficult. At the moment, it's still not too bad. 111 for in their 16th over at the stroke of 15. Make that 112. From here onwards, another 10 runs per over every over, and you could be looking very, very nice. Sagar Parmar, on the other hand, has certainly made a comeback of sorts. 3 for 23 in his 4 overs as Yalla Shabab Giants end the 16th on 112. Captain Jitan Kumar Ramanandi, and he's bowled just that 1 over at the start in the power play and went for plenty, as many as 12 in his solitary over. He'll be looking to make inroads and wipe up that tail of Yalla Shabab Giants.
Generally very effective. Jitan Kumar Ramanandi doesn't concede a lot of runs, and his USP is those slower deliveries that he bowls. Back of the hand, leg cutters, off cutters. And that's where he's very, very special.
He can be rapid as well when he wants to, and at the same time all those variations that you just mentioned, and more than that, it's that thinking ability of him. He knows he's a very clever and smart cricketer. Plays some intelligent brand of cricket. Oh, this is a big good shout, and straight away the umpire puts his finger up as Hamza will have to depart, absolutely making no change in the way Yalla Shabab Giants are approaching this first innings.
First visuals of Hamza, and we will not get to see a lot of Hamza here because Jitan Kumar Ramanandi struck on the back leg, and that was not going to be missing out on anything whatsoever. Just a formality appeal from Jitan Kumar Ramanandi as Hamza departs back to the dugout. Saving a gem for later in the innings, it is Super Sanju who comes in at a time that is probably a little late for the liking. Number 10.
Yeah, well, certainly returning back from injury, so a cluster of wickets for Sanju and Yalla Shabab Giants, and Sanju Sajeev, who walked off, is now back again out there in the middle to make some sense of this collapse. Works away towards the onside, only a single. One might just say that how fit is he at the moment to, do all the heavy running and the heavy lifting of this innings, because the other batters are certainly not able to provide the much needed support.
That was not going to be missing out on anything whatsoever. Hamza with feet just not moving anywhere, and that can happen to somebody who has not been in the mix of things, is not been a part of the playing 11, and that's where this was a surprise opportunity for him.
Oh, he's done him over. Jitan Kumar Ramanandi, what a champion bowler, and especially in a game like this where the Yalla Shabab Giants are struggling, will obviously be on top of the youngsters and the inexperienced players of the Yalla Shabab Giants at the moment.
What a delivery. No chance whatsoever for the wicket-keeper batsman Sami. He's not been impressive with the bat in hand, but on this occasion missing the line completely. Yes, he was foxed by the length as well, but the line was very special. Probably could have been the slower one as well, the off cutter, probably the leg cutter. But all said and done, Sami back to the dugout. And in walks Umair. A lot of responsibilities on the shoulder of Umair, generally known for his bowling, but the number 11 for Yalla Shabab Giants, their batting has been poor.
And what's going to be really disappointing is they've got plenty of time left in this innings. It's only at the stroke of 17, so you've got nearly 3 more overs to go from here onwards. Easily, we could say another 20 to 30 odd runs could have been added, but 114 for 9, it's still not over yet. Royal Oman Stallions will certainly look to grab that last wicket as soon as possible.
Once again, looking for that block hole is Jitan Kumar Ramanandi. They have way too many overs at the moment. Probably they can lend it to another team. A lot of teams running out of overs.
Well, they've seen the brunt of it all in that first leg. Royal Oman Stallions were in third position with as many as just 3 wins from 5 games, and then now the second leg they've just stepped up their game.
They look like an incredible side, Royal Oman Stallions at the moment. 17 overs done, 114 for the loss of 9.
Sanju Sajeev, the only recognized batter out there in the middle at the moment, and he's out there looking to make some sense of this Yalla Shabab Giants start that they have, because they got off to a beautiful start, quite attacking cricket, but at the moment just 1 wicket remaining with them. Oh, he goes for the big shot. This one's really high. The fielder not in any way near to stopping that one, so it's going to be a maximum to the name of Sanju Sajeev. Injury? What injury?
It's a no-brainer. Sanju Sajeev, the super Sanju, didn't have any other options than to attack the bowlers, and when it's as full as what was provided by Karthik, this is always going to be a cakewalk. This is much better. Outside edge, and it's probably not going to be a single because Super Sanju wants to take the responsibility on his own shoulders.
Yeah, well, that's probably the right approach. He'll look to farm strike from here onwards. Umair Shakil, not a recognized bat. Yes, he can hit the long ball. He can use the long handle. But Super Sanju has far too much time left in this inning so that he can look to score in multiples. Plenty of options. Decides to let that one pass by. Certainly seems to be struggling a bit. Constantly you'll see him adjusting his pads and pressing that thigh of his, so he's probably struggling. This time drills down the ground, will look to take the single, but no, he turns back, decides against it. Another one down the ground. This time he decides to run, and that's probably because only 1 ball remaining in the over. So 121 for 9, and Royal Oman Stallions would not want to be struggling to get that last wicket. They have to finish it off as quickly as possible, not allowing Yalla Shabab Giants to add anything further. He just plays it back to the bowler. So Sanju Sajeev succeeds in that first over that he's been looking to farm strike. 18 gone, 121 for the loss of 9. Yalla Shabab Giants. Farman's bowled just 2 overs and he's gone for 21 runs in that effort of his. Sanju Sajeev, once again, he strikes that really nicely down the ground but does not want to be rotating strike at the moment. Probably the right approach. You should be able to back Umair Shakil facing the pace bowlers at least.
Not really sure that Super Sanju would trust anybody else except himself at the moment, because it's the final wicket and that's where he wants to farm the strike.
Oh, he's played that scoop and into the hands of the fielder, Junaid. But I think he spilled it over. He's all over the place, rolling on the ground, rolling on the lush green grounds of the Oman Cricket Academy.
They're extremes. Royal Oman Stallions, they'll take the impossible catches and the easiest of catches will go down. And that's what defines Royal Oman Stallions.
But a great effort. It did seem quite hilarious, but then certainly it's a very, very difficult chance. And just out of nowhere, it seems that Sanju Sajeev also has taken a run. So now Umair will be on strike. Farman has nearly 4 deliveries to have a go at the number 11. Down the ground, and he manages to take a single. He's struggling, Sanju Sajeev. He's limping, but then what's going to happen is Umair is going to get a boundary to his name. This is really, really poor cricket from Royal Oman Stallions.
If you can strike boundaries like that, Super Sanju would trust you a little more than what he's been doing, because that came from the center of the bat straight back past the bowler. And that's some good batting from Umair, the number 11 for Yalla Shabab Giants.
Useful runs, and at the right time, as a matter of fact. 3 more deliveries remaining. Umair should be looking to play that inside out shot at the moment. Oh no, he decides against it. This was way high. 1 for the over, says the umpire, but that was well bowled by Farman. Bent his back and got some decent purchase off the deck.
They're looking for the final wicket, Royal Oman Stallions here. How quickly can they get it is the question. Can Farman bowl a brilliant Yorker?
Still does seem to be a very good track to bat on, so Yalla Shabab Giants 126, they will still be wary. They need to produce another 20 runs from here.
Now Farman has been quick, but he's not been lethal. Just like that, a number 11 just slogging you across the ground, and that's a side that is not generally visible. You want to be dominating the affairs against the number 11, and that's not been the case.
Not only the bowlers, even the fielders. Now, once you clear the infield, there were 2 fielders chasing that ball, and both of them were running as if it was a stroll or a jog in the park. Yes, these are lush green fields at the Oman Cricket Academy, but then you can't be taking things so comfortably. These 2 runs can prove to be very, very costly at the end of the day. Down the ground, looking for a single, but this time around decides against it. The last over will start with Sanju Sajeev on strike. 19 gone, 128 for the loss of 9.
The captain will bowl the fine lower, Jitin Kumar Ramanandi, and he'll come in from the Oman LNG end. Swing, big swing, and well taken. Sagar Parmar doesn't drop many. He's one of those prolific figures at short third. Holds on to almost everything that comes his way.
Yeah, certainly not wasting any more time here. The Royal Oman Stallions were looking to get that last wicket and they were itching to get that. Finally, Jitin Kumar Ramanandi will take the credit of wrapping up that tail. He's picked up quite a few in that lower order and they'll all be heading back into that dugout looking very, very pleased with themselves, especially after that start that Yalla Shabab Giants had gotten themselves, courtesy Zoeb Amanat and Hasnainul Wahab. But towards the middle overs and the death overs, the guys in blue certainly rose to the occasion and had a thing or two to prove.
Next. Talking about the batting, Zoeb Amanat and Hasnainul Wahab started well, 41 and 20 respectively. A little bit of a contribution from the young Rishabh Gupta, 12 of 19. Yes, he took his time. And Zakaria 16 of 12. But apart from that, single-digit scores for one and all. Sanju Sajeev, yes, coming in late in the innings and he could only contribute 12 of 13. But apart from that, it was a miserable performance from Yalla Shabab Giants to not get past 140 on a day where they look to get in surplus of 160.
8 extras in that innings, so that meant 120 was scored and then 8 extras helped by the Royal Oman Stallions. As far as the bowlers are concerned, Jitin Kumar Ramanandi 2.1, 2 overs, almost 3 for 14 are what his figures read like, and that's pretty impressive. Got the Royal Stallions back into the game. 3 for 23, Sagar Parmar once again a power play performance and then came towards the end of the innings and held his nerve. A wicket apiece for both Karthik Rajendra Kumar and the experienced Saad Baggar. 16 for 1 wicket to Saad Baggar. Otherwise, in 19.1 overs, 128, the Royal Oman Stallions might be thinking that this is certainly their game to lose. Here's how things started, and it started really well for the Yalla Shabab Giants and the openers. Zoeb Amanat, the left-hander, looking very, very attractive. Playing shots all over the place, all around the ground. Joining him was his right-handed partner, Hasnainul Wahab, who joined the party a tad bit late. He was watching the show that Zoeb Amanat was putting up. Plenty of boundaries towards that deep mid-wicket area. Catch it was the call, and this stunner catch by Atta made sure that Hasnainul Wahab didn't contribute anymore. Out came Sanju Sajeev and this freak run out. Zoeb Amanat had to run far away, had to run a detour because of Jitin Kumar Ramanandi in the way and had to lose his wicket in the process. Wickets kept tumbling at regular intervals, not before some good sixes. But then every time the Yalla Shabab Giants got going, wickets kept falling. Another few very, very freak run out between Rishabh Gupta and Sai Shiv Kumar, or Sai Shiv Narayan, beg your pardon. And then Rishabh Gupta departs with that catch to Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. Then out came Jitin Kumar Ramanandi, who wiped up the tail. Some accurate bowling, kept it very, very clean, very, very nice. Then Sanju Sajeev was forced to come out of his injury and struck a very, very good boundary. But then in that 19.1 delivery had to depart, courtesy some accurate bowling by Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. So that's pretty much what we have for you in this first innings. The Yalla Shabab Giants put up a below par score, but then is it really a below par score? Only time will tell, because Royal Oman Stallions will need to get it in the second half, which is just right after the break. Do stay tuned.
He has timed that one well. That is the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. That's the way. Yes, it is. one well. That is the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the bay. Yes, it is.
Welcome back, and it's a war of the giants. Yalla Shabab Giants versus the Royal Oman Stallions. It's a sister concerns, but it's the home derby. Two sides that know one another very well. Yalla Shabab Giants opting to bat first. Look at what happened to them. 41 for Zohaib Amanat, Hasnain ul Wahab, 20. They were well placed there, and all of a sudden the collapse. And towards the end, they could just wrap up 128 all out in 19.1, and that's going to be a disappointing affair for them.
Well, going for the bowling, it is absolutely brilliant bowling from Jitan Kumar. 3 for 14, Sagar Parmar, 3 for 23, and 1 wicket for Karthik. 128 all out. Not a very good side as far as the Yalla Shabab is concerned for now.
Yes, certainly disappointing for Yalla Shabab Giants. Still, Royal Oman Stallions will have to chase the score down, and that will be on the back of Anshuman Prasanna, who's been looking in some fantastic form. Zikaria has the ball in hand. Not a regular sight, Jamil bhai.
Well, some ploy has been placed there to get rid of this young, the most impressive young player I have seen is Anshuman Prasanna.
Prolific, absolutely prolific. Exhilarating as well. Very talented. And his partner is probably going to be Shah Rukh Khan. Outside edge, and immediately runs for Royal Oman Stallion. Score making has been a little easier when the ball is new, and they're going to not go for the third.
Very well placed. Waited for the ball to go outside the offer stump. Just opened the face of the bat towards the vacant slip position and got 2 runs in it. Good start for Anshuman Prasanna. And it's unlikely Zikaria has been operating the first over from Yalla Shabab.
Driven straight down the ground for a single. Love the way Anshuman Prasanna is generally in control of the situation. This was not the case last year. But all of a sudden, 2025, and Anshuman Prasanna is a big boy.
But the only thing I like from him is that he just composed, played natural game. At this stage, he's just around 20. A long way to go for him, making himself ready for the big occasions.
Driven through the covers, it's only going to be a dot ball. Shah Rukh is an impactful player. We've seen visuals of Shah Rukh last year. Few cameos, but nothing too impressive. And that's the reason he's not been in the mix of 11. And this is an opportunity. Driven very well. It's found the gap, and every time the ball finds the gap here at the Oman Cricket Academy, it finds the rope as well.
Punches hard and picks the gap very nicely between cover and extra cover. Look at that one, just onto the back foot, punches beautifully, piercing the gap for the first boundary.
Extremely impressive. Just a short-hand jab and from Shah Rukh, and the way it cruised to the boundary. Soft hands on this occasion. Anshuman not interested in that single. Certainly there was a single probably there.
They have to take a bit cautious at this moment. A very modest schedule to chase with lots of batting in the dugout for them.
Big shot. This is what Shah Rukh is popular for. Although it's going to be straight to the fielder at deep square leg, and it's only going to be a single, but a good start for Royal Oman Stallions. 8 for no loss at the end of first. Omer comes into the attack from the Oman tail end. He's known for his sharp in-swingers that have been wicket-taking. Very impressive, Omer. But that's only on occasions, Jamil bhai. Looking for a wicket at the moment. They're going to go for the quick single. Directed could have been very interesting.
Umar has been really bowling superbly. We saw him started bowling. The first over got 2 wickets. Second over got 2 wickets. Brilliant. And one of the deliveries, one of the best in yesterday's.
Wonder what's our partner Mudassir Ali Qureshi doing in the black t-shirt in the background.
Yeah, I'm surprised. He is with us right there. I mean, we don't go around there.
Wonder what took him to the other side of the ground. Is it him or is it somebody else? Because that resembles almost similar to Mudassir Ali Qureshi.
No. Vast difference. Mudassir is smart. This man is having some good tummy pain coming out.
Believe that's Dishit Puja, if I'm not making a mistake. One of the officials of the game. Just having a little bit of fun here in the com box and entertaining all of you all around the world.
When you are talking about the resemblance, sometimes, you don't have control on something.
It's all for fun. It's all for fun at the end of the day. We are having a good time here in the com box because we have some wonderful people. And then you can't refuse. Mudassir Ali Qureshi, with the kind of hospitality we provide him in Oman, we send him with a pouch back to UAE every time he comes here.
Yeah, he was so much like Oman, as he said so many times, second home to him.
And especially the Omani halwa, he loves the Omani halwa. Finishes the Omani halwa in seconds. Should send him for a world record.
Well, definitely you know about it. I have never seen him eating the Omani halwa. Where you have taken him?
And also the snacks. He's always with those snacks. Loves a sweet tooth. Always enjoying the hospitality. Every time after the game. Just because you leave us early, we go to probably the coffee shops around and we have a bite because we finish here from here only at 12 and then there is no food in generic that is available.
One day I will join you together. I will show where you are going. We'll sit together, have fun.
Now we are on house arrest. Wonderful drive, Anshuman Prasanna. That is a name that to be remembered in the days to come. What an exemplary player. And he's just starting to become a good player. And that's the potential of this young talent.
Textbook cricket. Look at that one. Just pulled it beautifully. It's almost a full pitch delivery. Picks the gap. Beautifully played.
Zakaria to continue from the Oman LNG end. It's an interesting ploy. 8 runs of the first over of Zakaria. Probably they're looking for the prize wicket of Shah Rukh. Yeah. Erring in line on this occasion.
The quicker one. But it's been declared a wide.
Tell us, Jamil bhai, what are the hospitality factors that we can consider when we are looking to host Mudassir Ali Qureshi? What all should we do?
After this delivery, that was beautifully played. Took the edge of the bat. No one there bowling. Crossing over the slip. Got in 4 runs.
Not really sure whether that was the edge or was it intentional, because I really feel that probably Shah Rukh opened the face of the bat, and if he did that, that's intelligent batting from Shah Rukh, just past the slips. And once you get past that vacant slip cordon, it is always going to be a lot of runs, and it's going to be easy runs because the pace of Zakaria Islam will come into effect. Once again, looking to open the face of the bat.
I think he's trying to force him to play outside the offer stump.
Just because there is not a lot of turn and Zakaria Islam is choosing to be outside the off stump, I would love Shah Rukh forcing the factor towards deep mid wicket. Oh, he was looking for that area. Big back lift coming into the picture. But with the ball angling in, he decides to play off the front foot. Intelligent cricket from Shah Rukh at the moment.
The time has come to prove that he is also a very, very good early order batter. Playing nicely so far. But it's the person, Anshuman Prasanna, who is really playing superb all through this tournament.
Looking to manufacture on this occasion. Sliding down the leg side is Zakaria Islam. What's your first thought when you have a look at somebody like Anshuman Prasanna? Not a lot of muscles. Almost a small boy.
It doesn't look like a small boy with the maturity of the batting he's doing from the last couple of matches.
Soft dismissal. Every time that we appreciate somebody, every time that we are just looking to praise the performances of somebody, they find a way to get out, and that's what I define commentators' curse as. Unfortunate dismissal for Anshuman Prasanna, who's going to have a very slow, long walk back to the pavilion.
Simplest of the dismissals. Look at that one. Fielder's place, just short square leg and got out in a very unfamiliar way.
An intentful innings from Anshuman Prasanna comes to an end, and comes to an end very early. 1 down, Royal Oman Stallions. Another prolific batter comes to the middle. He's had his opportunity, he hasn't been able to impress to his potential. Junaid. Generally what you get with Junaid is that he uses his height to his advantage. Not one of the tallest. We'll start off with a slip. Cigarette.
Good captainship by skipper of Yalla Shabab. But the batter comes. But Junaid, who starts always with confidence, but as you correctly said, could not take the score to a good 50-60 runs.
Generally plays players in 2 categories. One is this of Anshuman Prasanna. They play the cameos, they play the anchor roles, and they look to take the game deep. And the other one are in the category of Hasnainul Wahab, where they play those small cameos and make it very effective. We'll talk more about it. 3 overs gone, 23 for the loss of 1. Cut well. And in the gap, didn't look like he was looking to score a lot of runs, but Junaid will get a boundary to his name.
Just punch it out between the two fielders through the offside.
Especially if you talk about the timing exquisite. Bounces on the pitch, that big turf, which is generally very hard, and that's where that ball got extra elevation to go past those two fielders at point. Point and gully, backward point and gully. It's a good start for Junaid. Can he make it count? Can he take it deep? They're chasing a mediocre 129. And that's where they've got that kind of start that they were looking for. They just need to capitalize and take it deep.
Well, talking about the mediocre total of 120, but now there are a lot of matches in this edition which has been under 120, won by the teams.
The only way to win when you have scored somewhere sub 130, 135 is by picking wickets at regular intervals. Or if the batters choose to take a lot of time at the initial phase and go into the shell, because what that does is that makes that 129 or probably 130, 135 look like a 145, 150. It's a game of 20 overs. You want to play 20 overs. You don't want to reduce it to 16 over game by going into the shell for the first 4 overs.
Absolutely.
Driven beautifully. It was in his arc, and he was always looking for that boundary. Big gap between covers and mid-off, and he pierces to perfection.
Classic off drive from Junaid. Beautifully played. Look at that one. Just almost making it half volley through the extra cover. Beautifully played. It is always good to see left-handers playing those drives. Looks so beautiful.
Need a wicket here, Yalla Shabab Giants. Umair needs to produce something special, but every time that Umair is bowling to a left-hander, he's not looked very effective.
He is a very good bowler. I still remember yesterday, the wicket is took. He bowled a batter. Absolutely beautiful delivery. Between the bat and pad, moved into the batter and uprooted the off stump. But today, doesn't look that much effective.
Taking his time at the moment, Junaid. And it's just going to be 8 runs off that over of Umair. 4 overs done, 31 for 1. Taking his time as Zakaria Islam into his 3rd over. He's bowling a decent line. He's got a wicket to his name as well. And that's where he's so important for Yalla Shabab Giants in the absence of those big names. Shakil Ahmed, Jay Odedra. Whom else can you think of? Probably Mujibur.
They do have very good backup always these two teams, Yalla Shabab and Royal Stallions, bringing in new talents in every season. A slip in place.
Need a wicket here. Royal Oman Stallions are cruising. Edged, falling short of slips. Zakaria Islam is here to produce a beauty, and he just produced a beauty. It's just that the soft hands of Junaid not allowing the ball to carry to the slips.
Very good ball from Zakaria off his spinners.
Shot and cut. And if you see that ball, again, it's not really short. It's just the height of Junaid that makes it short. Because of his height, he's able to rock back and make it look a little shorter than what it is. Many players of that similar stature have made a big name, and the biggest I can think of is Sachin Tendulkar.
Well, a legend of the current century. Absolutely. And what a down-to-earth person he is.
An absolute gentleman. Had an opportunity to meet him. Almost felt as if I was just meeting somebody from my neighborhood. The warmth, the affection. Looking for a quick single. This could be interesting if the fielder was active. Zohaib Amanat being the fielder there. 5 overs done, 34 for 1, and that's going to be change in voices here.
The home derby is on here at Oman Cricket Academy, chasing 129. So far in control, 34, though they have lost Anshuman, 5 overs done. Hamza bowling his first over of this game. In the air, but just away from the fielder for a single. Hamza has been introduced to bowl that all-important 6th over, and let me introduce my fellow commentator. Joining me is Amin Waglek. Very good evening, Amin.
Yeah, very good evening. And Royal Oman Stallions are looking in good form at the moment. They're in a very good position, 35 for 1. They got off to a good start, lost that one wicket, I believe, of Anshuman Prasanna. But after that, it's been some sort of a resurrection, and they certainly have not lost their way.
What a shot on the back foot, and finds the gap, keeping it away from the reach of square leg fielder. He looks to be in control.
Yes, absolutely. Now, Junaid, as I was saying earlier, both these two batters, they're finding boundaries at odd intervals. Just look at that, rocking onto the back foot and giving a good whack to the ball towards the square leg boundary. He'll always feel very, very confident after shots like these. And somewhere down the line, one would realize that the Yalla Shabab Giants are not executing their plans well.
Cut hard. On top of that, they'll be looking to chase down this target, if at all. For the next few overs, if these two stays, they'll be eyeing to get the target under 17 overs. So what it does is it will take them above Majlis Titans. If we talk about the net run rate, another one pushed towards that offside region. A quick single has been taken. And also, if at all Yalla Shabab Giants went on to lose this game, Majis Titans versus Yalla Shabab. That will be a game. Winners will go into the finals if at all the other results favor these two sides, Majis Titans and Yalla Shabab Giants, I believe.
Yeah, they still got 3 games in this leg from here onwards, and the other 3 games will also matter. So once you have that Majis Titans and Yalla Shabab game done with, the other 2 games, IAS Invincibles and the game against the Renaissance Challengers. As a matter of fact, both of these are going to be very crucial for the Majis Titans, and the Yalla Shabab Giants and the Royal Oman Stallions. They are fair share of couple of games. So it's a problem of sorts out there at the top of the table, to be honest. Do you have your calculator with you?
Just wondering how close this fight for the top 2 positions to make it into the final. We are at the stage of this tournament where the teams cannot afford to lose a single game that will dent their hopes.
Yes, and it's going to be that sort of a end season for them as well in this D20. Plenty of interesting results up for grabs. Royal Oman Stallions at the moment in this power play very well in control. 41 for the loss of 1.
So majority of the power play belongs to Royal Oman Stallions. 41 for the loss of 1. 6 overs gone. Mujibur Ali has been introduced. Shahrukh applying himself. Got an opportunity. Top of the order. Junaid, as we all know, he loves to play those big shots, but Shahrukh is a kind of batter who's trying to make a comeback into the team. I mean,
Yeah, he looks to go towards it, and I think he's appealing for it this time around. All of a sudden, nobody was interested, and then the keeper, Sami, very, very excited and appealing to the leg umpire. They're going for the review now.
when the things are not going in your way, you have Sami behind the stumps, sharp and quick. He's convinced, but not sure whether Shahrukh he has left his crease or not. But lightning quick throughout this tournament, we have seen great glove work by Sami. A fair delivery from Mujibur Ali. Now going for that flashy drive, getting some turn. What a collection. And look at that, it was going away from Sami there. He took his own time watching the batter closely. Now, where is still landed, he's still taking his own time, Sami. Oh, I mean, great work. Sharp mind behind the stumps.
Well, absolutely. This is good thinking here from the keeper, Sami. He waited until the very last moment, but then just have a heart for Shahrukh at the moment. No mistake of his. It was just some witty stuff from the keeper behind the stumps.
Brilliant visuals coming from Oman Cricket Academy, and this boy, he's having a dream tournament behind the stumps. Dexterous, as always. Sharp.
He was waiting, and then finally, as soon as he lifts his leg up, just flicks the bails off. It's quite a strange proceeding out there. Yalla Shabab Giants.
Still waiting for that confirmation. We are convinced, but we need to wait for that decision from the TV umpire. Is it red or green? Some nervy movements for the batter here, Shahrukh. But look at that. The take now for me, did he collected the ball in front of the wicket? That is also a question to ask.
I think he's done all right there. It was called a wide, and then after collecting the ball, he's certainly done. I don't have a word. I probably have a word in another language in this, but I'm pretty sure I won't be saying that on air. But Shahrukh, he'll be very, very dejected. He's looked to attack the bowlers. He's looked very, very positive. But then you got to give that credit to the keeper, because he has been noticing Shahrukh do this time and again at his time in the crease, at the crease. So enough is enough, and then he decides that, okay, fine, if he's not willing to correct himself, I might as well just use it to my advantage.
As a wicket keeper, you need to have that thinking mind behind the stumps. It's not just about collecting and putting the dive, those reflexes, but clever piece of wicket keeping. He waited and waited, and he was expecting him to be off balance, but when he dislodged that bail, oh, brilliant, excellent, what a work by Sami, and a great decision by the TV umpire. They celebrate out of nowhere. They have got that wicket thanks to their wicket keeper Sami.
Yes, and what a breakthrough here, because the Royal Oman Stallions were looking to consolidate, especially Shahrukh hitting a few boundaries, and then Junaid as well. But then Mujibur Ali, experienced, comes to bowl his very first over, and Sami very, very alert, flicking the bails off just in time. The second wicket falls for the Yalla Shabab Giants.
With Prakash, the wicketkeeper batter, walks in. And he's out there because Sami did something magical, standing behind the stumps. Mujibur Ali gets a wicket, and he should thank his wicketkeeper. Driven straight away off the mark.
Seems like a good bat here, Ved Prakash Jaiswal. In one of the innings, he did come out to open for the Royal Oman Stallions, but then didn't get a chance, failed to capitalize on that opportunity. And now he's been given another go to make sure that the Royal Oman Stallions make something out of this very below par total that they're supposed to ask to get at the moment.
Yeah!
Oh, good delivery from Mujibur Ali.
Early in the game, myself and we were in the com box, was talking about the left arm orthodox getting some purchase from that end from Oman LNG, because there are rough patches, especially against the left-hand batters. Good move by Jay Odedra.
Yes, certainly, because most of the time from the other end you would find the right arm bowlers coming in, and due to that foot marks over there, the landing spots always create that sort of rough. Carts beats the fielder, but it's only going to be a 1, and because that rough is created, it is only going to be affecting the left-handed batters when they are batting on that specific end.
That is why we have seen a slip-in position whenever the left-hand batter is on strike against the spinners. But he need to push his length further to get that turn.
Driven. Beats the fielder, but there is still some extra bit of protection over there in the form of Zikri Islam. will only keep it down to a 1. So a very, very decent over from Mujibur Ali, a successful one at that.
.45 for the loss of 2. 7 overs gone, still plenty of runs required for Royal Oman Stallions to get all those 2 important points in their kitty. Trying to fight back, trying to defend this total is Yalla Shabab. Hamza runs in, back off length. Excellent effort. They're missing Sanju Sajeev at that position. He came out after he got retired hurt early in his innings, but came back to get all important crucial few runs for his side. But we are missing his presence on the field.
Absolutely, he's such a live wire in the field and always looks to make a difference. No matter where you place him on the ground, he'll pull in those dives, and then even if he's not bowling, he'll still be a very important wicket taker in the form of runouts. How often has he done that in the last 5 games?
N number of times in this tournament we have seen whenever the team is in trouble, he rises to the occasion with some brilliance in the field, creating those runouts, taking some breathtaking catches and getting all those valuable runs. But for me, this tournament, the way he came and bowled those final overs, defending 10 runs in one game, that too, he has gone for a maximum, then he made a comeback in that over. It clearly shows he's a quality player, cut hard in the air. One bounce, 4 runs. Ved Prakash finds a boundary. First boundary for Prakash, and 50 comes up for Royal Oman Stallions.
Yeah, and what a way to get to that 50 mark for the Royal Oman Stallions, because this is attacking at its best. Ved Prakash Jaiswal never looked to keep that down. It was a good ball from Hamza. He dug it really hard and got some decent bounce off the pitch. Have a look at that shot. And Ved Prakash Jaiswal really did well in trying to cut the ball. Never looked to keep it down. The fielder was inside the circle, so not a risk.
It was in the air. It's always good to have 11 impactful players in your side. That is the reason they are having a good run in this tournament. Yalla Shabab Giants, apart from that one loss against Majid's Titans, where Vishwa got that maximum on the final delivery when 5 was needed, he got better of Umair Shakil. But after that game, there was no looking back for Yalla Shabab Giants. They bounced back strongly in this tournament.
Yeah, well, and they're a champion side. They've won such tournaments before many a times when their name was the Ruby Rangers, and then also they've been the top performers. If they're not winning the finals, they're in the finals as a runner-up. So it's always been that top flight of Oman cricket, Yalla Shabab Giants and Royal Oman Stallions for the past many years. Looks to just pull that one into orbit, but not making any connection. So that finally ends the 8th over. Royal Oman Stallions still in the hunt at 53 for 2. Well, they'll be in action very soon. Asif Al Balushi and Mehran Khan from the IAS Invincibles. Does seem to be an off day for them, and they are out here at the grounds having a look at proceedings of how the other teams are playing. They've had a good run in the tournament as well. Two very inspiring wins.
This is so important to come and watch the other teams play and try to exploit their weaknesses. Always interested in developing this beautiful game here in Oman. Mr. Asif Al Balushi, the owner of IS Invincibles team, supporting the boys.
Yeah, he cuts, looks to take that run, but the fielder well adept. And that's the beauty of cricket in associate and in the other nations as well, such as Oman, and then you have UAE. You find cricketers coming off from different backgrounds. Asif Al Balushi, an engineer and running a very, very successful engineering consultancy company in Oman. And then you get to see what the other cricketers are doing as well who are on the field. Oh, it certainly gave that one a good whack. It's only going to be a single, but he seems to be in good touch here with Prakash Jaiswal. Plenty of cricketers in that Muscat Thunderers setup. They're probably part of sales. One of them works in the visa application center of a foreign nation. Engineers, head of accounts.
Out of all these, the tough job is to be a salesman. Get runs, get those wickets, put the dive, then next day back in the office, call your customers, look for those quarter numbers. But definitely we need to appreciate the people behind making these boys what they are today. Not only their parents, but once they landed in this country, the support they got from their team owners and the support staff and each and everyone. The stories sometimes they were untold, but thanks to Oman D20 and Oman Cricket Academy for getting these tournaments live, and we'll have this conversation the next over. 9 overs gone, 57 for the loss of 2. Nine overs, 57 for the loss of 2. A small and little conversation between me and Amin regarding the support these players were getting from their team owners, and also the friends play an important role because there are a number of players who made sure the talented players who are not getting chances in their respective country, they arrange their visas and also made sure to find them a good team where they can perform. There are many things. It's just not so only the performance which took to that level, but in the process there were quite a few sacrifices, quite a few helpful hands played a key role.
Yeah, well, certainly. Now, what I am talking about is some interesting career choices here, because you have your first passion to be cricket, and then all of a sudden, when cricket does not go your way, you have that profession that you are practicing. In the commentary box, we have Mr. Jamil Zaidi, one of our senior statements, a banker by profession, an investment banker by profession, and then he played cricket at a decent level in Oman. You happen to come across any?
The gentleman sitting next to me, Amin Wagle, is an architect and
Never played cricket for Oman. Never played cricket for the top flight. So I don't think I qualify.
It's not about representing at the national level. I mean, at the end of the day, you are a passionate cricketer who played this beautiful game of cricket. It
Yes,
doesn't matter
I
whether
have
it's
played cricket for Kurum Premier
yes.
League. It's the gully in which I am at. Have a look at that shot, rocking onto the back foot. And what a brilliant effort there. Out there in the deep.
We have one more fellow commentator who played for Oman under 19 side, now who is an upcoming businessman here in Oman, Mr. Pranav Mehta. So everyone coming from different background, but we all share the same passion for this beautiful game of cricket.
You mentioned CP Rizwan from UAE, an engineer for Emirates Engineering.
Yes, and he was the captain of UAE team which won their first World Cup game, T20 World Cup game against Namibia in 2022 in Australia. Still actively playing for one of the top clubs in UAE, domestic clubs, and also he has a day job with Emirates Engineering.
Ah, okay. In India, I think you still have those honorary positions, like for example, Mohammad Siraj being the DSP in Hyderabad. And then you have KL Rahul, part of the ombudsman in Reserve Bank of India. Pretty sure back in the day there were quite a few jobs like that available. Oh, this one's crunched towards covers. There is a field out there in the deep, only a single though.
Joginder Sharma, 2007 T20 World Cup hero who bowled that final over straight away after that win, and for his performance, Haryana Police, they awarded him with that position of DSP.
And then after that, he didn't need to play cricket ever again. Some stories, yeah, regarding this. I'm sure there's plenty of memories regarding this.
How can we forget our national hero if we talk about the Indian team, MSD?
Parachute Regiment? Parachute Regiment in the Indian Army. Right then, at the halfway stage, there is a little bit of respite for the batters as they'll certainly be interested, not in our conversation, but certainly interested in reaching that target of 129 in the next half. Yalla Shabab Giants, on the other hand, will look to restrict them. At the halfway stage, 62 for the loss of 2, Royal Oman Stallions.
Looks like it's going to be Mujibur who's going to be coming into the attack from the Oman LNG end. At the toss, they did suggest, one of the captains, that they're going to be resting the national players. So probably a little bit of a hint on who is in the mix of things. Or is it just an assumption?
Yeah, well, it seems like more of a forced substitution. Welcome, Pranav, to the commentary box. And a forced sort of substitution because Sanju Sajeev, with all that experience, is out injured. So out comes Jay Odedra trying to, put his things around and make sure that the team is in good spot. Also, once you see on the next ground, you can see that the national team practice session is almost over, so not too far behind or not too far away is Jay Odedra and Mujibur Ali.
And it's fantastic to see the number of players from these two sides. And that will only increase because a lot of players like Anshuman Prasanna are going to be qualifying in time to come. And what a player has Anshuman Prasanna come out to be. Technically correct, very attacking, very positive, and yet he doesn't look to spoil his shape. And that's what makes him special.
Out of all the traits that you mentioned, attacking and intentful is what I really like the most. And when you look at them, it just feels as if things are really, really right with those youngsters. Oh, he's appealing for that, but then the umpire just spreads his arm and calls it a wide.
Talking about men's cricketer, the women's cricketer are also working very hard on the other ground.
We've got a big event coming up, cricket for her. An initiative. Have a look at this chance, first of all. And yeah, that certainly did seem to be far away from the bat. Absolutely no noise at all. So good decision by umpire Gopakumar. The cricket for her initiative. And on the day of the final, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to have a very, very special event. A special match between the best of the best in women's cricket in Oman. Lots to look forward to in this D20 powered by Fancode. 66 for the loss of 2. What does it make you think that the Royal Oman Stallions might just get lost out of nowhere in this run chase?
It's been a very professional approach from Royal Oman Stallions at the moment. What they've done is they've put in a partnership. They haven't lost a lot of wickets. And they're taking the game deep. They do have some good firepower right towards the end. Yes, they're missing out on the availability of Hasnain, who is that big power hitter. But yet with players coming in, you never know. 11 overs done, 67 for the loss of 2.
Eleven overs done, 67 for the loss of 2 wickets, and that's probably what you see. Well spread out field. Looks to cut. There is protection out there in the deep, so very, very safe at the moment. Royal Oman Stallions, you see that they're not taking those risky, or rather they're not taking risks and they're not taking their chances. They want to protect their wicket and put a value on it.
And they're not being forced to, because at the moment just 2 or 3 boundaries away from what could be a comfortable chase, because almost run a ball. Probably the difference between balls and runs could be marginally 8 or 9 runs. Pulled well, and that's where they just need to keep doing this. And those 2 or 3 boundaries in a span of the remaining 8.5 overs will certainly come.
What worries me is that they're milking those gaps for singles, and with the regular captain Jay Odedra out there in the field to just have a look at things. Oh, this is crunched down the ground, a little bit of hand onto it of the captain Sai Shiv. But then it still won't prevent a single, but he really hit that well.
Brilliant reflexes from the umpire as well to get out of the way. What was it, a double hop? First, the direct impact and then the deflection as well. And this is where they've been very good. Should be looking for a couple. Won't go on this occasion.
So just like that, in 4 deliveries, they've conceded 4 runs, and they really would be very, very comfortable at the moment, Royal Oman Stallions. This was well dodged, I'd say. Dodged a bullet?
Dodged the ball. Looking for the heave, inside edge, and they will scamper for a single. Very quick between the wickets are both these batters, Ved Prakash and Junaid.
Yeah, and what I like about them is that they have a good understanding. The calling has been that sort of a silent and very calm and composed calls. There's not too many shouts of yes and no and, all sorts of aggressive mannerisms. Just going about their business in a very, very smooth manner. And this is only going to do wonders in this run chase further on.
It's a decent over for Yalla Shabab Giants. Just 5 runs from it. 12 overs done, 72 for 2. The young ladies. It's a women's team. A lot of national players that I'm able to recognize. And that's only because they've started to make a name for themselves. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was covering a women's tournament, and I just couldn't believe my eyes with the quality of cricket that they were able to put up. Incredible growth in the women's department for the Oman cricket. And all of that under the leadership of a very young captain, Priyanka Mendonka.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been that passing of the baton as well. You've had a pillar in women's cricket who just makes her way and allows the youngsters to now step up and take charge. Ex-captain Vaishali, and she's probably making sure that women's cricket in Oman are now in good hands. Have a look at this now, looking to take that single, very, very desperate at the moment. Both the batters were in dire circumstances. They'll be lucky that they haven't lost a wicket.
Extremely lucky. For majority part of that time, Ved Prakash was ball watching, and that's where he was in a lot of delay. Fortunate that the number 60 of Yalla Shabab Giants was not able to get a direct hit. Mujibur could have played a role as well. But a brilliant spell from Mujibur is coming towards an end. He's got 1 wicket, he needs 1 more. And that's probably a wicket. It's gone high up in the air. Oh, it's going to be falling in the no man's land.
Unable to just latch on to anything at the moment. Nothing's going their way. Yalla Shabab Giants run out opportunities, catching opportunities, all going down begging. Not that they've done anything wrong. It's just that luck tonight is not in on their side.
Needed a direct hit as well on that occasion.
Have a look.
Lighted, trying to throw the kitchen sink at it. Falls around the 30 yard mark. And even the throw was probably very interesting. Once again, an edge just past the wicketkeeper, and again they will get a couple of runs. So living dangerously.
Yes, and what's even more better for these two batters that they managed to run two out there. So, just level pegging things away for as many as 6 runs already of 4 deliveries. This time down the ground. And now they get that extra run in the over. So this is where they make up for any of the lost runs from the previous. It's still just 129 odd runs to be reached as a target. So that required run rate hovering around that 6 to 7 to 7.5, not exceeding 7.5 at any stage of this inning so far for Royal Oman Stallions. This time he goes for a big shot. This is really good and mighty. Into the next ground. Ved Prakash Jaiswal looked absolutely elegant playing that stroke.
What an incredible strike. It was slightly fuller and picked it up on the bounce. And what an incredible strike. Yes, there was a deep square leg in place, but good and handsome from Jaiswal on this occasion. It's just run a ball required now. Royal Oman Stallions are cruising at 85 for 2 at the end of 13. The off spinner looks to continue from the Oman tail end. Single to sweeper. This has been very good for Royal Oman Stallions, looking to pick up consistent singles. The odd boundaries will always follow. Running between the wickets have been very hard. They've been lucky. Those edges haven't carried to the fielders, and those run out opportunities have gone begging.
Not only that, that boundary of the very last ball, and suddenly the Royal Oman Stallions are looking dangerously close to that target. They'll want to keep believing that some steady running between the wickets and good game sense at any particular time would ensure that they see their side home. It's going to be a very, very good 2 points if they manage to pull this win off.
It's a game in their pocket at the moment, and I don't really think that they will allow the game to slip from here. Just 43 runs required, or rather make it 42 in 6.4. Once again looking to sweep, and they're rushing for the single. Direct hit required, direct hit achieved, but still very comfortable is the batter at the moment. Jaiswal being the batter, Jai Prakash Jaiswal. Things working in his favour at the moment.
Yeah, it was a close call, but then by the time the keeper could manage to, aim and have a shy at the stumps, he was absolutely safe. And that one of the main reasons was that he took off very, very quickly. That's good understanding and good calling. There's never a risk when the communication is clear.
They need a few dot balls at the moment, and every ball is almost a single. And that's where it is not working in favour of Yalla Shabab Giants. Which is the bowler that can get them the dot balls or probably pick up a wicket in the process?
At the moment, the bowler I'd really like to see is not out there on the field. That's Sanju Sajeev, that quick, pacey ball fired in will make life difficult for any sort of a batter, especially in the death overs.
And even they're missing the services of Faisal, the tall left-arm pacer.
I believe they still have Umair Shakil out there on the field, so probably Umair Shakil should be looked to introduce earlier than the death overs, because otherwise, if they are not looking for breakthroughs, Royal Oman Stallions will just consolidate their position.
We've been forced to bring in Zoeb Amanat in this over, and he's still conceded 5 runs of that over. 91 for the loss of 2 at the end of 14. Saishiv looking to continue from the Oman LNG end. He's come really late into the attack in this game, especially when they're not playing those lead players.
I guess probably a little bit of tactics here from Yalla Shabab Giants. They've kept all the experienced bowlers towards the fag end of the innings, where they know that the Royal Oman Stallions will start looking to accelerate and make those mistakes. So once the experienced bowlers are in play, just like Sai Shiv Narayan at the moment, things could start getting very, very tough for Royal Oman Stallions. He's bowled that 1 over and given only 5 runs. One just has to see if they fancy their chances taking the aggressive route against Sai Shiv.
They need one of those Iqbal type of deliveries. I hope you've watched the movie Iqbal.
Chakraview.
Chakraview is the perfect definition to my statement. A magic delivery. 93 for 2. Mere formalities for Royal Oman Stallions with the way they're playing at the moment.
Couple of deliveries, couple of runs. Oh, this time it's a good sweep. It was hit very, very well. It's only going to be a single, but the intentions are clear now. Got a couple of overs from Umair Shakil, and I'll be very interested to see how he operates, because plenty of experience, and he's bowling against the top of the batters in this league, the best of the best, and bowling the hard overs, the overs which actually matter. Umair Shakil.
And you're absolutely right. This is the right time to introduce Umair Shakil. You don't want to keep him for the fag end where the match might not even go there. And then there is very little left. So you want to bring him in now. And in those 2 overs which are remaining, probably if he can pick up 2 or 3 wickets, you never know. You can make a match out of something.
Probably a little of their plans have gone in vain, and that's Sanju Sajeev. So 4 overs of Sanju Sajeev is what they're trying to cover up. And hence you saw Zoeb Amanat being introduced into the attack. He hasn't really done much, but you really have to cover those 4 overs from one player or the other.
My concern is that these two are professionals, Junaid Ahmed and Ved Prakash Jaiswal. And both around the 30 run mark, one at 38, other at 28. With just around hardly run a ball pending in this game, they're not going to throw their wickets. They'll be looking to complete the game. And that's where you need to produce something really special.
A bit of sportsmanship here. Some problems with the grip of the bat, and immediately looking on to an experienced, familiar face, Jay Odedra, who is only too willing to help him out. Junaid Khan looked to get off to a very good start, but then since then he's slowed down a bit. End of the 15th over. Royal Oman Stallions are still fighting it out there and looking very, very consolidated. 97 for the loss of 2 wickets after 15.
A much needed break for Pranav and Amin, and what a start to this over. Zoeb Amanat is known for his batting skills, but now bowling his second over, looking for that wicket. A partnership stitching between these two, Junaid and Ved Prakash, taking them near to that 100 mark, 97 for the loss of 2. And joining me in the com box is Jamil Zaidi. Very good evening, Jamil sir.
Thank you, Mudassir, and good evening to all the viewers as well. Match looks to be going on one way at this moment of the game. Only 2 wicket down, 98 on the board, 129 is the score. These two, Virat Prakash and Junaid, has done tremendous job. The couple of wickets went very early, but they just regrouped, consolidated the innings towards the victory target.
Poor delivery and hammered and punished rightly by Ved Prakash. He moves into 30s and Royal Oman Stallions go past 100 mark.
Well, it's a bad delivery. Down the leg side, brilliantly played. No fielder is there. To the fine leg boundary, 4 runs.
This is what happens when wickets don't come your way. You try something new, and I like the intent and the approach of these two batters. We always talks about the basics, about the singles, about rotating the strike. They did that. They did all the hard work. Especially this boy, Ved Prakash, was not impressive in his first outing with the bat, but now he's trying to cement his place. Though quite a few seniors were rested, but under pressure, he's playing a sensible knock, Jamil Bhai.
Yes, that's what the need for any batter or fielder or bowler who want to have a first instant to come. He didn't do well in the last match, but today he looks to be more solid. Full toss and it's hammered to the deep mid-wicket boundary for the single. You correctly said that to cement a place, you have to perform.
And that too, when the team is in trouble, showing your temperament, that is top of everything for me. The temperament. Yes, everyone are a good cricketer here. What is important is under pressure, how you perform, how you come out with flying colors. That makes you different from other players.
Well, these Royal Stallions and Yalla Shabab, they do have throw. It was just met in last moment. They do have so many talents. End of over number 16, 106 for 2.
106 for the loss of 2. Just 23 runs away from securing another win in this tournament. 24 balls, but it's not over till it's over. Yesterday we have seen Majid Titans 30 balls, 30 runs, 6 wickets in hand. They went on to lose that game. So anything can happen.
What a match it was yesterday. Sailing through and suddenly things goes against and lost the match. They go for a quick single. I think Umar has been brought in a bit late, Mudassir, I believe. Things were going so good for Australians. They have to break this partnership, Yalla Shabab.
And also, what I like, we always talk about techniques and performances, but one thing which plays an important role is the surface. The day it was helping the spinners, once the lights were on, there's not much purchase for the spinners. Now this has become a batting friendly wicket.
But you correctly mentioned in the pitch report that because of intense heat on the wicket, whatever the what you call power in the wicket has been taken out, and it becomes easier for the slow bowlers to come. But once night comes, obviously dew factor is also there. Things have changed. I am sure in the next match, I feel that the fast bowler will have a say in this match.
Absolutely, and for that you need to work really hard bowling at the right channel consistently. Especially when the wicket is not in your favor as a fast bowler, variations and consistency plays an important role.
Absolutely. E- Even cricket of all sort of, whether it's a T10, T20, longer version ODI, consistency is the main for even for the bowlers and the batters.
I completely agree. There's a stoppage of play as in the previous delivery while taking that run. Ved Prakash, the striker end, the throw came in and the ball struck on his knee or on shin. I'm not aware of that, but the treatment going on. It gives some time for Jay and for his players to work on their plans, and they need to strike. That is the only way they can win this game. They need to get those wickets.
We did saw that efforts from the bowlers, and especially a couple of mishaps have come in during this play that give Royal Stallions upper hand on the Yalla Shabab bowlers.
They just gave away. They could have easily gone to 160, 170. That is why we always says the batter, once he get the start, he needs to take that responsibility, try to anchor the innings, play till the end. Hasnain ul Wahab, he's such an aggressive and talented batter, but he needs to understand the situation. 20s and 30s will not work for your team. You are such a talented batter, you have that ability to score big. And yet again, on a loosener, on a full toss, he was caught at mid wicket. The next over, poor calling by Zohaib Amanat himself, went for suicidal run and he was short of his crease. That was the stage when Yalla Shabab Giants, they just lost the control.
It's very correctly said. Actually, the top order batters from 1 to 4, at least 2 has to perform for the longer version, at least 50, 60, 70 runs on their card. That makes things a bit difficult for the other team bowlers to come up onto them. And they will have a very good total on the board. At least 1, 2 players scoring 60, 60, 50 runs. That makes things very easy.
Also, you have that advantage as an opener. You have all those 20 overs to play for. And modern day cricket is not all about hitting fours and sixes. So Ved is back on his feet. And straight away they are appealing and the finger goes up. Sharp, lethal bouncer. That breather helping Umair Shakil to find some energy, hitting the deck hard. Wanted to pull top edge and Sami makes no mistake.
He is a very, very good bowler, Umar Shakil, getting pace off the wicket this time. A very good bouncer. He was way away from the ball, got an edge, and wicketkeeper does the rest. Very, very valuable wicket for Yalla Shabab. They can come back with 1 or 2 more wickets fell down, though the total is very modest.
What a delivery by Umair Shakil. That kind of energy was needed at the right time, surprising Ved Prakash with that sharp bouncer.
It is the intelligence of the fast bowlers when they are going to use this weapon of short pitch delivery. And he's the right time, rightly got the wicket.
Off the surface, not much movement for the fast bowlers. And walks in captain who got 3 wickets in the first innings with the ball. Jiten Kumar Ramanandi, wild swing. They are appealing. The keeper is convinced. A late support coming from Umair Shakil and Jiten Kumar Ramanandi saying there is no bat involved. Why are you getting excited?
There's all excitement in the ground at the moment. Rightly so. Appealing, plays and misses. The whole excitement in the ground. And it's part of this game, makes this game more beautiful, more aggressive. Both sides better than bowlers as well.
Two champion sides. Why we call them champions? Because they know how to make a comeback from any kind of situation they are in. Still long way to go for both the sides in this game. Thick outside edge going past wicket keeper. Off the mark but not in a convincing way. Jiten Kumar Ramanandi. But a good over in progress for Yalla Shabab Giants.
Yes, that wicket was very, very important for them to break through. It was a good partnership between 60 to 70 runs, I believe. But of course, they have to work hard, Mudassir, Yalla Shabab, to get a couple of more wickets to put pressure back on Royal Stallions.
With that field setup, short mid wicket, and there's a fine leg, inviting the batter to go towards that leg side. A full toss. Luckily, was played straight towards that cover region for just a single. What are the options if we talk about the bowling department for Yalla Shabab Giants? Umair bowling his third over. So next 3 overs will be very crucial, especially 1 over for sure Umair Shakil will be bowling. The next 2 overs holds the key.
I don't know how many overs Jai Odedra has bowled. He has, if he has not bowled all his overs, so he might have got one.
Another full toss, and top of that, a no ball has been called and driven nicely into the gap. A much needed boundary. He was looking good, but a looser trying for that Yorker misses the line and rightly punished by Jiten Kumar Ramanandi.
Well, trying to generate extra pace, it's a full toss and a no ball as well. Very nicely placed by Jiten towards the boundary.
Though it was in the air, but he made sure not to try and hit it hard. That was the reason he was always in control while playing the drive. An expensive drive, but he gets 4 runs and a no ball, so 5 runs added to the total. Free hit delivery advantage Jiten Kumar Ramanandi, advantage Royal Oman Stallions. In the air, and what a connection! He has completely turned the game in favor of Yalla Shabab Giants with those 2 hits.
What a brilliant hit, right from the middle of the bat. Short pitch delivery, pulled over the cow's corner for the maximum.
Such a cruel game. He was looking good. The 4 deliveries he bowled, but the last 2 deliveries, 1 no ball, then a maximum to finish the over. It's 120 for the loss of 3, 17 gone. What a game he is having. Jiten Kumar Ramanandi, 3 wickets with the ball. And now adding quick 11 runs to his name, 43 for Junaid. Just 9 runs away from securing another win. Royal Oman Stallions, Zikriya comes into bowl. Inside edge, just for a single.
Very strong contender, Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. For the Asia Cup, we are talking about a lot. Those players who are capable of making it. He is one of them.
We need to wait for a few more days, I believe, before we get to know those lucky ones who will be traveling for Asia Cup. And for the first time in the history of Asia Cup, Oman will be taking part, and they qualified for this edition of Asia Cup by playing that final against UAE at the same venue last year 2024 in the Premier Cup, and Hong Kong defeated Nepal for the 3rd spot. So UAE, Oman and Hong Kong, they'll be part of the upcoming Asia Cup. UAE and Hong Kong, they were already part of Asia Cup 1 or 2 times. I'm not sure, I just need to have a look at that. But in the meantime, 4 runs, wild swing. Is there a bat involved? No, Bice has been given a quicker delivery, batter gets beaten, so was the wicket keeper.
This would be the second time you talk about the Asia Cup. So try to have, I think, it's between the bat and beat the wicket keeper as well. This would be the second time. We have played one Asia Cup before the World Cup in 2016 T20 in India. We played in Dhaka as well, because I was there at that time, and we lost against UAE.
So whatever the information was collected by me, I need to cross check, but still it's a big occasion for all these boys, because you, if at all you have played an Asia Cup, it has been a long time, and the country and the fans, they are waiting for these boys to go there, perform well. I am excited. Are you, Jamil bhai?
Absolutely, like you. Playing any big tournament is absolutely a thriller and, of course, a proud.
The air just for a single. So a couple of runs away from another win in this tournament. Royal Oman Stallions, 127 for the loss of 3, 18 gone. This beautiful venue hosting Oman D20. Pictures coming live from Oman Cricket Academy. Jitin Kumar Ramanandi on strike, just a couple of runs away. And he hammered this towards, in fact it was Junaid. And look at the Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. Respect for Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. He knows Junaid did all the hard work. As a captain, he wants the young budding cricketer to finish the game in style and to get those winning runs from his blade.
Great gesture from Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. Yes, it is always proud to play and force the winning runs for any batter.
Now, sometimes what happens is, when you deny the single, there's always a chance of getting out also, Jamil bhai.
So many occasions it happens. So many occasions.
But good to see. Backing the youngster. This is how you gel as a team. This is how you win match, you win tournaments. But displaying unity among yourselves. Junaid, can he get a boundary using the feet? And he lofted. And he goes for a maximum in the process. 50 comes up for Junaid. What a knock. They were missing quite a few big names, but arrives to the occasion is Junaid. He was struggling for runs in this tournament, but finishes this game in style with a maximum.
Whatever to get in half century in the last ball, needing 1 run and hammered a beautiful hit over to the long on boundary for the maximum. Brilliant batting by Junaid. He is struggling for the runs and I think came in the right time when the teams are almost coming to the end of this tournament.
More than those 45 runs, this 6 runs which he got to win the game, for sure it will boost his confidence and it will help the team Royal Oman Stallions. So home derby going in favor of Royal Oman Stallions. The men in blue, they made a good comeback in the first innings to keep the opposition to 128. Now the job has been done by Jiten Kumar Ramanandi and Junaid. Dejected are men in pink.
Well, all credit to Royal Oman Stallions. They lost a couple of wickets in chasing that 129, but later on it's the Junaid and with Kumar who did the damage done. Just get right time, bring partnership between them. Things goes good for them. And finally it was Junaid who did the rest, winning that last 6 and winning the match. Go for the batting. It was Anshuman Prasanna was got out 8. The bulk of the runs has been come from Junaid Ahmed, 51 not out of 55, and Vet Prakash 35 of 28. Jitan Kumar a quick fire 12 of 5, 133 for 3 in 18.3 overs. Royal Stallions with 11 extras.
So with this win, they move to the top of the table. It was Majlis Titans who held the top spot for almost 6 to 7 days in this tournament. And looking at that bowling card, they were missing the experienced Shakil Ahmed. They gave Shakil rest in this game. But the likes of Zikaria, he bowled well, going for just 22 runs a wicket to his name. Umesh Shakil was pretty expensive and he struggled to find that wicket in his early spell, a wicket to Mujibur Ali. But not coming to the party was Zoeb Amanas, Sai Shiv and Amir Hamza. It took just 18.3 overs for the Oman Stallions to go that score of 128, and what a victory for Royal Oman Stallions. Let's see the highlight, the run chase. After a few boundaries from the blade of Anshuman and Shahrukh, I believe. This was a soft dismissal of Anshuman and then a boundary by Junaid. And something magical has been done by the wicket-keeper, Sami, to get rid of Shahrukh. But before that, there were flurry of boundaries. This is what happened. Lightning quick, brilliant, smart thinking by Sami. That was the end of Shahrukh. Then a partnership, small partnership. In fact, it was a match-winning partnership, I must say. 60, 70 odd runs partnership between Junaid and Ved Prakash.
Yes, absolutely. This was a full toss and it was a no ball as well. And it was Jitan Kumar Ramanandi who played that brilliant 6. And that is the winning stroke from Junaid, getting his 50 in his style. 51 not out.
So let's have a look at the match summary, how this match panned out, winning the toss and opting to bat first. They were in strong position for that first wicket, posted 60 runs between Zoeb Amanat and Hassan Wahab. Once these two were back in the head, they had their own problems in the middle order. Sanju and Zikri added few runs. Jiten Kumar Ramanandi had an extremely good outing as a captain, bowling all crucial 2.1 overs just, and 3 wickets to his name. 3 wickets for Saga Parmar, a wicket for Saad Baggar. And the chase started. Royal Oman Stallions, though they have lost few wickets, but they have the service of Junaid Ahmed. The experience of Junaid Ahmed comes into play. The first 50 in this edition for Junaid Ahmed with Prakash Jaiswal batted beautifully, stitching a wonderful partnership for the 4th wicket, which took them home. And 133 at the end they were able to make in just 18.3 overs. Royal Oman Stallions winning this home derby by 7 wickets in hand. And it's time to dive into a short break. Once we are back, it will post-match presentation on the sidelines. It will be Pranav Mehta.
He has timed that one well. Punches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is. straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way. Yes, it is.
Welcome to the post-match presentation of the home derby. It is the Oman D20, and it was that game between Royal Oman Stallions and Yalla Shabab Giants. And when two sister concerns clash, it's not just about win and lose, but it is about the bragging rights. Yes, Zoeb Amanat got that 41 runs, but the man of the moment, the man of the match is none other than Junaid Ahmed for the very first time, who's going to be collecting his memento from the match official, Mr. Hemachandran. 51 of 55 deliveries, he played the anchor role. Junaid, माशाल्लाह मबरूक. सबसे पहले कितना प्रेशर था, आपके सीनियर्स नहीं खेल रहे थे और टारगेट इतना अचीवेबल था, लेकिन कितना प्रेशर था ओवरऑल?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. सबसे पहले तो अल्लाह का शुक्र अदा करूँगा और उसके बाद कोच ने यही प्लान दिया था कि आपको फिनिश करने आना है, चाहे आप 80 बॉल पे 60 कर ले, 65 कर ले, लेकिन आपको फिनिश करने आना है.
किसी भी वक्त आपको ऐसा लगा कि याला शबाब जायंट्स ये गेम को डोमिनेट कर रहे हैं?
नहीं, हम पहले से बस 4-5 के उससे चल रहे थे, तो हमारी यही कोशिश था कि एक ओवर ऐसा आएगा कि जिसमें हम 10-12 रन लेंगे, उससे इंशाल्लाह मैं जीतेंगे.
आपका पहला मैन ऑफ द मैच है इस सीज़न का, किसको डेडिकेट करना चाहते हैं?
ये मेरा दूसरा मैन ऑफ द मैच है इस सीज़न का.
माफ़ी चाहता हूँ.
ये डेडिकेट करूँगा अपने पेरेंट्स को, जो हमारे लिए दुआएं करते हैं और देखते हैं मैचेस लाइव, तो बहुत खुश हूँ.
बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू.
That was the man of the moment, the man of the match, Junaid Ahmed, scoring a 51 of 55 deliveries and making sure that Royal Oman Stallions are able to accumulate 2 important and valuable points. That's it from the presentation, but do stay tuned. Lots more action to offer here at the Oman D20.
He has timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way.